Welcome to Review Time with Tim. Today I am bringing you a 13-year, that's right, I said 13-year review on the Merrell's Men's Thermo 6 Waterproof Mid-Range Hiking Boot. That's right, 13 years. And finally we're doing a review 13 years later. As always, subscribe to my channel, smash the likes, comments below, and let's get into the Merrell's boot review. Merrell boots, okay? I actually purchased these back in 2007. And these have been my go-to winter boot for the past like 13 years. And this year, finally, after all these years, they have succumbed to the elements of winter time. First up is finally like this, right in through here. We got a crack along the boot on actually both shoes. I don't know if we can see that or not, but a crack right here. Anyway, that was my first indicator this winter when I was out snowshoeing and I was out on a trail, and then I was like, I feel like my shoe, my sock is getting wet. And sure enough, my feet were starting to get a little wet, and I was like, oh, I got a little crack, but you know, whatever. And then about a week later, I finally got a blowout right here on the seam. Now, granted, you might say, what? He's had these boots for so long. Absolutely. I am not angry or mad or anything like that. These boots have come out to be like, I think I end up spending like $5 a year if I did out the math or something like that. Some ridiculous, from what I actually paid for them to what I got out of them for all the years of usage, it came out to some very, very low number. Funny thing is that they still sell this boot at Merrell.com. The exact same model and everything. I almost bought a new pair, but then I figured, I will just limp along until, till next year, and I won't need them pretty soon anyway, and so on and so forth. And if I double up on my socks, I can still wear them. What's amazing about these boots, okay, is that, look at this tread. This tread is still mint on both boots. Mint tread. Okay, we got mint tread on both of these boots. That says a lot about the quality and craftsmanship that Merrell puts into their foot products and just their products in general. At least from my experience with this one shoe. Now, this shoe has the Thermosil stuff in it. The insulation, it does rate for 200 grams. So it does keep your foot nice and warm when you're out and about during those winter days. I tend to find that I've never had cold feet while wearing these with just basic socks on. Now, when I go out for an adventure and I'm out snowshoeing for hours on end, I do tend to put on a pair of regular socks and then a pair of like more wintertime wool thicker socks, just to kind of, one, makes the boot a little bit more snug fitting around my foot. But you know, overall, the quality of this has been fantastic. Okay, so there's a lot of hard plastic and a lot of hard rubber on these, and I will say that these boots are not going to win a fashion award. All right, they're not going to win a fashion awards. They are just a purposeful boot. But all this is like a hard, rubbery plastic, but it does have a lot of give and some flex. Obviously, I've had been wearing them for a very long time. So they do have that. Original shoelaces. Original shoelaces on this. Okay. Even the original foot padding. Let's see if I can get it out. Yep. Okay. Even this. Okay. Original. Original. Now, one might say, how did your boot last so long? I mean, most people do not have a pair of boots that last this long. Yes, Merrell makes great quality, as I found out, but I do not wear them every single day, all day long. So, for instance, when I go to work, I might have these on, and actually a lot of times I don't even tie them. What I'll end up doing is I'll end up tucking the shoelaces inside the boot, all right, and I'll just slip them on. And then, do my thing. I might have to walk around here and there. And then when I get to work, I actually will take them off and I'll put on some sneakers. So that definitely saves on the wear and tear of these. But, when I go out, wintertime, it's grocery shopping, got to go out to the mall or get something, whatever. I usually slip them on just like this, don't even tie them. And they've lasted a really, really long time. I've never had a slip in these, like if I'm going across ice or snow or anything like that. These treads are really, really rock solid. So that piece has been fantastic on these. A little bit of like leather type like material that's up here. It's very soft to the touch. But you can tell these are definitely have been worn. So we also have, like I said, the same kind of cracking right here along the seam on this boot. Finally, my left foot wasn't as bad as my right because I'm right dominant, but there was definitely seepage, but no blowout on the stitching on this one. Now, I have read and seen in other reviews that people were complaining about this part of the boot splitting, like just blowing apart, and that stitching around this area coming undone. Like I said, I haven't experienced that 13 years, and like I said, I've done a lot of snow time adventures with these boots on, snowshoeing, and just even regular walking in the woods with this shoe on, without snowshoes on, and they have never failed me until, obviously, this year, when they have finally met their breaking point. And realistically, what it comes down to is just that over the years of the wet and the cold and the freezing and the unfreezing and the walking and the pounding on different terrains, that glue, like I said, like glue right in through here. I don't know if we picked that up or not, but that glue has just finally met its maker for the most part. So, I don't very often, and these are waterproof, 100% waterproof, except for now, because they got a lot of leaks and cracks in it. Some notable things about this boot. In the back, we have 3 little fins right there. Okay, that's for when you're taking off your shoe, you kind of want to go heel, toe, boop, boop, pop that off. That's a nice little feature on there. Also, when you're out snowshoeing, if you do snowshoeing, these act as a little extra strap support. That's what I personally find. Whether or not these are made for that, I find that is a nice little feature when snowshoeing. My strap kind of goes right over here, and that kind of does hold that snowshoeing shoe strap. Other things to note, we have a hook style lacing, all right, which I do particularly like. So you'll just end up having to hook and across and then back through to tie your shoe. I said they are very snug fit when you just have a regular sock on. Very, very comfortable. Could wear them literally all day long and be walking in them with no problems whatsoever. Your feet will get warm though if the temperature is not super cold out and you're walking in these. Your feet do get warm. And if you're in the grocery store or out shopping and you're indoors and you're wearing these, your feet will warm up. So that's something to be mindful of. They have the Vibram soles on it. Okay, so they have a lot of that nice flex to it, and it's a very good type of sole, very rubbery, has a lot of grip on it. So it walks on all different types of terrains, from snowpack to ice to pavement to gravel to dirt trail, whatever your adventure might be. That this Vibram sole on this boot does a fantastic job. Normally I take a 9.5 shoe, but these are a size 10, and I went a half size up, knowing that I would probably at some point double up on my socks with outdoor adventures, and that seemed to have paid off really well. For a score today, okay, I don't usually give out perfect scores on Review Time with Tim, but I have to say that these Merrell boots, okay, they definitely get a 30 out of 30 today for just the overall quality, endurance. I personally like the style and the look of these. You may not. But even the price wise, and you can still buy these boots today at Merrell.com, which is amazing. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, I guess I'll have to get some new boots, and I go on the computer and I'm looking around and I'm like, they still sell this? I'm like, so even Merrell must know that they have done this boot right. Like, seriously, they have done it right with this boot. So when they have a good thing, I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as they always say. And this shoe, you know, definitely, I guess they got it right. Now, I have recently just gone on to Merrell.com to check it out. It is no longer in stock and no longer offered. But back in February, January, when my boots started leaking, they were still offering this style. So I might just wait and see what happens, and maybe it'll come back around. And if they do, I probably definitely would purchase these again. So 30 out of 30 on this Merrell boot.